Well, hello, and thank you. This is David Wicks, our conference chair for the Emerging Technology Conference. Thank you, David, for joining us.
Thank you, Sandra.
Can we start off with you just sharing a little bit about you and your background and experiences?
Sure. David Wicks. I teach at Seattle Pacific University. I'm associate professor in the School of Education and teach instructional technology courses. And I've taught, got into education as a high school teacher and have done pretty much every job involved with instructional technology, including working for an instructional technology company on my way through to where I'm at now.
So you've worn lots of different hats.
Very, very many hats. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for all of your hard work. I know it's been a busy year of planning and organizing everything for the conference. What can people expect over the next couple of days?
Well, I think it's going to get off to a great start with workshops on Wednesday. There's a load of workshops to choose from, and I think that might be people's biggest problem is to figure out which one to select. And then it just moves right into the conference, and we've got Jim Groom as a keynote, and we've got Amy Collier and Jen Ross, plenary speakers, and then the Launchpad is back this year, and that's going to be great with a whole bunch of new startups that are going to be sharing innovative educational products.
Right, because they're right behind us, and they actually have a stage to talk about what they do, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle Pacansky-Brock has done just an amazing job of bringing a team together to put that together, and it's going to be fantastic.
And we know budgets are really tight, and people have to make decisions as to which conferences they go to, where they travel to. Why do you think that this is such an important conference for people to attend and to learn at?
Well, I think, it is called Emerging Technology and Online Learning, and what's emerging to one person is not always emerging to someone else. But I think this has just a lot of variety. So the person who is just new to online learning is going to find something, and the person who is heavily involved and is maybe looking for a peer group, those people are here as well.
Fantastic. So you talked a little bit about how you've worn many different hats and do a lot with technology. How did you really get into online education?
Yeah, so I had a job as a director of instructional technology at Seattle Pacific University, and right when I took the job, and this is 1999, I was actually asked by a School of Education professor as well as a nursing professor if I could help them teach online courses. And I'd come from an environment where we were mainly working on computer-based instruction in an educational technology company, and so I had to get up to speed quick, made a few calls. We were all set to try a particular product that used to exist called WebCT. We did some pilots with it, and not long after that, something called Course Info came out, which eventually turned into Blackboard. And so in 1999, I think they said we were like one of the first 50 customers of Blackboard, and we're still a Blackboard customer.
Wow. So there's so many different tools out there, and technology, and things are always changing. How do you sort of figure out what kind of tools to keep in your toolbox, what things to experiment with, what things not to use?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've had really good success. The people that I've worked for, the different people that deans and so forth that I've worked for have always been really good about letting me have kind of a sandbox environment and being able to do pilots. And so it's pretty easy when you have a few faculty involved in a pilot, and if you can have one or two sessions with them and then you don't hear from them anymore because they're off working on it, that's really exciting. And if it goes the other way where you've had a few training sessions and the emails keep coming in that they still don't understand it, it's a pretty good chance that product is not going to last.
So things are obviously changing, the environment, the landscape. How do you think faculty can best deal with all of those changes going on?
Yeah, I think I would for new faculty, I would hope they wouldn't get overwhelmed. I mean, we encourage people to just try something and not to feel like they have to do everything. So if they're new to an LMS, not to feel like they have to use every single feature of the LMS from the very beginning. Just try something new each time you teach a course, and maybe not even try it for the whole course, but try it for one lesson in the course and see how it works.
So obviously you're going to be pretty busy over the next few days, sort of the man in demand here. So you come with a lot of experience and background, and say people want to learn more from you. Where can they find you? What kind of sessions will you be presenting at, and
Yes.
do you know when?
Yeah, so I don't know the times. I'd have to look at my calendar. I'll just be checking that. But I'm involved with a few presentations. I'm working with teacher education group from Merlot. We're doing a session where we're showing some of our favorite apps. So those will be iPad apps that we've tested. Some are web-based apps, but things that we've tested over the over the year, and share our thoughts on those. I'll also be talking about what we call B portfolios, or blogging portfolios. So talking about how we're using those to help students reflect and hopefully improve their achievement. I'm also doing a session on blended learning. I'm involved with a session on blended learning where we're talking about a faculty learning community that we put together that studied blended learning and taught blended learning courses together, and just talking about what happened as the result of that project. And then finally, somebody out there didn't show up for the conference, and they just asked if I had something quick I could share. And I actually developed, over this last year, developed a new master's program. It's an MEd program in digital education leadership. And so I'm going to be sharing all the things that we're doing that we think are unique in that program, and inviting anybody who attends that session to help me imagine, what if your dean came to you and said, can you develop a master's program, and I'm not putting any rules on it? What would you come up with?
Wow, that sounds like a really exciting session, and that's Thursday at 3:30, I believe.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I would have found that out by Thursday, but yeah, probably Thursday at 3:30.
And so that'll be social networked, and the locations for that, and the morning announcements, and I believe morning emails as well, so people know that they can come and see you. So you're definitely, more so than just the conference management stuff, a lot of sessions there.
Yeah, I actually had decided this year that I wasn't going to do any sessions, and look what happened. So
it's amazing how you say that, and then things just have their own little way of working out.
Kind of spiral out of control, but it'll all work out.
Well, thank you so much for making time to share with us, and we're very excited about the next few days and all the great presentations you're going to have.
Yeah, well, thank you, and thanks for all your hard work.
Thanks, David.
Thanks.